Okay, here we are. Going to set up the tent, the Columbia tent. This has been 15 years in the bag, stored really well, didn't come out bad at all. So let's go ahead and set it up. We're going to be going camping in a week or so, so it's time to go ahead and do a little setup here. Subscribe for free. We're going to have all kinds of new stuff going on, quite a variety. Yeah, you're going to really like it. And then, yeah, just subscribe and like, and you can go ahead and comment if you want to. Like they say, comment for EC. CFEC, that's good enough too. All right. So this baby's out. It's nice to do a little pre-setup, especially if you have a new tent, as you want to set it up prior at home or something so that you kind of see the quirks and see if anything's wrong. You don't want to really arrive somewhere late at night and then have to put this tent you're not familiar with, even though many big talkers do that. Oh, it'll be all right. But yeah, so we're going to set this baby up and just see how it goes after all these years. It's I'm just kind of remembering the procedure. It has a 4 pole, so it was a little cumbersome the first time I put it up, but I think I remember here how it's going to work. I've taken pretty good care of it. Well, I really didn't have to care much, but when I put it away last time, I made sure it was really dry and clean, and that always pays off. So when you open it up, it isn't super musty and all moldy. And I do have a little tent. I think it's called Alpine Design. Maybe I'll do one on that. And I bought that tent in 1976, and the thing is still perfect. I mean, the quality of that company is pretty good. I don't know if you could buy a little tent today and it would last all those years, but that one really got used. But here we go. We're onward with our poles here. There's 2 blue poles that go through the long blue tube, so they're kind of color coded. And we'll discover a couple things here. But yeah, it's exciting to go camping again. I think I'm putting X. Then you have the orange ones that are the cross ones. But this is going to be a mistake. We're going to pull that pole out again pretty soon because we should put it in later as I'm studying here and experiencing this one. Kind of perplexed. Let's go ahead. Sometimes you just got to look and figure it out. But I've been working in getting all the camp gear. I usually keep things because we tailgate a lot just during the day cooking. So I always keep that kitchen always set up when I get home. I clean everything up and then reset it. So when it's time to go again, there's not a lot of trouble. You just pick it up and you're ready to go. There we go. So we have the orange cross ones, and then we're going to have the long blue ones. Then you can see here I'm putting in prematurely putting in the orange ones, but that's all right. We can see how they go. We're going to end up taking those out. Okay, so we got those cross ones in, and now we have the long blue ones. It's probably better sometimes just to leave these partially extended, just so it's not like flying everywhere like that. There we go. And these go kind of across. So I want to make sure I get the right blue tubes. See, there we go. There's the corner. There's the other corner. Give it a quick study. Make sure we're in the right wavelength here. Okay, so there we go, Stevie. I always liked the tents that just had clips. I had one tent for a long time that just had the clips, so it was easy to put up, but it's all right to send through. It's probably a little more sturdy to send them through the tubes. This is kind of half and half. There's a couple clips and then there's tubes, so let's go ahead and feed this through the blue tube. They always like to kind of hook up on the joints. This one did pretty good. It really only hooked up when I was setting up the poles a couple times, but overall it slid through pretty easily. A little adjustment here and there. It started raining this afternoon, so I'm glad I'm under the carport. Let's go ahead and get the other long one set here. These poles lasted good too. I wanted to test and make sure they had the little elastic break or got old or. But you know, a lot of things, if you go ahead and keep them nice, yeah, they just will last a lot longer. You just, take a little bit of care of things. I know everyone buys new things so much, and you got to get the newer version, and they all have those catchphrases like entry level, which is just trying to make you think you got to buy something more. But do you really, or are you just getting something you like, and it's going to last a long time? You don't always need the brand new something this or that. But all right, so we got the two blues through. We're doing pretty good here so far. Everything has gone according to plan. Now we have the corners have those little pegs that go right in the end of the poles. That's pretty easy to do. So let's go ahead and see if we can set this baby up. We're almost right there. And we got that one in. It's just a slightly sped up filming, but so you can see how it really goes, without any bunch of cuts kind of making it all perfect and dancing around. But a couple trips back and forth is all right. It's good to walk anyway. And it's good to take a little time and make sure everything's good and right. All right, so that's together. I think we're just about ready. Yeah, there we go. We got to pull those poles out, I realize. Yeah, that's going to be too cumbersome to lift it with those. So logically, they go in secondary. All right. I usually don't like walking over the tent like that, but here I had my truck there and it's raining, so I did walk over it. Then you get dirt all over everything and you're going out. Anyway, okay, so there's one of the pegs in. Kind of realign this because they, sometimes worrisome the way they are tight and bend, but they're meant to do that. So we'll get this one set up so we don't boop it. There we go, the peg's in. All right, kind of line it up. Now we have the other one. Put that in the little pin in the corner. There we go, kind of feed and align it through. Of course, right when you don't want it, the little joint kind of grabs on the tube there once in a while, but there we are. Okay, and this one goes in. Excellent. There we are. There she pops up. So now I've learned that once you have the two big blue ones through and in, it's pretty easy after that. Then it just kind of goes, and now we can do the orange cross beams. It gives it a little more stability. And that's why I originally got this tent, is because it's very airy for warm in the beach, but also when the rain flies on, it's nice and warm and cozy. Because sometimes you're camping at 6,000 feet and occasionally on sea level. So it's kind of ready for everything. I don't know. Well, you probably could. My little orange pub tent that I've had all those years, we went through a couple big snowstorms camping in that, or some heavy snowfall anyway, and it worked out pretty good. As long as you're prepared and okay. Yeah, then see how that goes, and those go across. We'll move for a little better view here. Yeah, it's a nice big tent. When I'm car camping or something, I like a bigger tent. I like a tent you can stand up in. You can change. It's more comfortable. If you're backpacking or something, a smaller tent's going to be lighter and good too. But for car camping, I really like a bigger tent. Might as well be comfortable when you sleep because that's what makes your camping trip 10 times better. If you can't really sleep comfortably, then you might not have as good a time. So it's good to be able to sleep comfortably. And I don't believe in just bringing survival food. Even when I backpacked, I used to bring some pretty good. I just carried the extra weight because why not enjoy your trip instead of just eating some suspect little freeze dried thing that isn't even really that great. But there we go. Get the backside. See that back opening is a great screen. It's nice and airy, and then that little one's going to go on the Wayne fly when we get it up. Yeah, great. So you can get inside. There's a lot of room. We blow up a big air mattress. Be totally stoked on it. There we go. There we go. See what this looks like inside. There's a lot of pockets. You'll see. I'll put some of those little iPhone diggies up there too. All right. So let's go ahead and do the next step, which is going to be the rain fly. Now initially I get this backwards and spin it around because I didn't really remember which was which, and the back window has a big opening to it, which you might think is the door, but it wasn't. There we go. Rain flies are always funny because they slide off the top. You try to get them over, right? And you go run around to the other side and it slides off on you. But it gives you a little Laurel and Hardy tent setup. But as long as you can get it up there and over, kind of let the surfboards hold it. That's my little lowering design because I can bring the truck over and just drop the boards down right on it. And then unloading, I can just slide the boards in the little rack. So that's pretty easy. And they're up out of the way. Okay, there we go. See, actually, if I had pulled it the one way right now, it would have been correct, but I kind of spun it. See what I mean? I had the door right, but I kind of did it the other way. The blue sides go to the two ends, and then the opening is for the door, and the big zipper on the orange is for the back. But you can always, I always figure that out sooner or later. So right now, we're up, but I'm beginning to see that we're a little backwards here. So that's the back window. Yeah, this is this is really the back window right here. So we're still a little backwards. It's always funny. If I'd have just left it how it was, I had it right in the beginning. But here we go. We will prevail and get this on and spin it around. There we go. Now we're perfectly backwards. So you might think that's the opening, but it's not. It's really for the back window. There we go. Hook up. Yeah, if you ever hook up like that, don't just keep wrenching on it and then you break something. Just unhook it. You know how little ropes can be. So next time I set this up, I know that long orange thing is to just throw over the tent with the zipper and it'll be in the right place. But here we go, easily remedied. Let's see if I can say that one today. And there it is, the good old Columbia. It's a pretty versatile tent. That's what I ordered. I ordered another one for the kids, a simpler one, but it's not that great. This is really the tent I like. And you can see it's nice and contained when you get that rain fly on. It takes it to like a whole different type of tent. So it's really contained and warm and cozy. And you can unzip and move that rain fly. It becomes really airy and good for like beach camps or warmer weather, things like that. All right, there we go. Doing pretty darn good. Getting some things set back there, and then we'll come around, we'll do a little tour of the inside. All right. Yeah, it's a nice looking tent. Orange and blue. You can see it. I guess if you're trying to be a stealthy person in camouflage, it wouldn't be good for that, but that's not something we're going to be doing. There we go. Yeah, it's a great little house. You can spend several nights in here as long as you're all set up and you're going to be really cozy. Okay, now this is where that other little pole goes through, the one with the two bends. At first I thought it might be hard again to feed through, but with the two bends it goes right in. It's pretty darn simple, works really good. And then there's two little eyelets that the ends of the pole go in. And usually you put one in and then it falls out when you go to put the other, and then you go back and put that other one in. There we go. Well, it gives you a nice little kind of patio roof thing. All right, there we are. Looks pretty good. So it's a great tent. It's up. No mold spots because I put it away dry, and they'll store a long time. This one will show you. This one was in there for years and years. No trouble whatsoever. All right. So you can see if you unzip that back, there we go. You can really make it airy, so you get a lot of flow through, and it's just not all stifling. In case you want to hang out in the day, take a little nap, or change, or just kind of relax in there, which is kind of fun. Get out of the sun a little bit. I'm just putting up, there's a lot of, there's a couple little clips and things for stability that you put together, just like any old tent. Not like those new pop-up tents that just pop up. I don't know if I like those so much, that kind of mold up. We kind of get little cabanas for the kids like that. All right, there we go. Put the tailgate up. That's a little easier. Stumbling around it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Just checking the zippers around on the windows. All the zippers are good so far. They're not all calcified or stuck. All right, they're all sliding smoothly. Let's check the door here. It's a nice door, has a screen and a door. They can be used one or the other, like most tents. All right, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I don't need to buy a new tent, and we're ready to go. Now there's a couple parts inside. The two white pieces go over the side interior, go over the side windows. If you open up the rainfly or something, that gives you, or if you don't have the rainfly on. There's Uta. She's the best in the world. And they kind of give you a little privacy too and let you have the windows open. So I figured those out pretty good. They go on. You see when you look, it's pretty nice and big inside, so it's really cozy. And then those white pieces kind of block the, you don't always have to use them, but they're nice to give you a little privacy, and they kind of block the sun too if you want to leave the rain fly off and leave it a little more open. The only mystery was that blue piece. I could not, I was going, okay, what does this fit? But we discovered what it was. And there it is, the mystery blue piece, but I was just going, what does this fit over? I looked at everything and it didn't really fit anything. And Uta remembered and figured it out. It's for just under the door. It's like a little doormat. I don't know how useful it would really be. Maybe if it was snowy or something, but it doesn't go up there. There's a little net that goes up there. So it didn't fit there. And it also didn't have all the right clips for that. So it's a little mystery. Where the heck does this thing go? But yeah, it's a little doormat type thing that hooks up outside the tent. And then this little net thing is what goes up there, so you can store some stuff up there if you want. You maybe even put a light or a lantern, but just toss your stuff up there. It's out of the way in case it gets rainy or wet on the floor. You don't mess things up. And then those little side panels, if you like, go that way inside and hook up just above the net. Well, there we go, one for each side. Makes it kind of neat inside, gives you a little more I don't know that much insulation, but keep it a little shadier. But there, look inside. It's a great tent, really big.
There we go.
And lots of pouches, and there's two on the ends. There's also two air vents at the bottom, and plenty of storage in this tent. And then yeah, look, really nice. And there's two holes in case you have muddy feet or something. I guess you can put things outside to put them on. But overall, it's a pretty useful tent, pretty good. We're happy. Well, we're stoked, but yeah, am I still trying to figure that damn blue thing out? But Uta did in the end, and it goes right at the doorway. I think the first time we put up that tent, there was a weird thing. But yeah, there's the two vents at the side you can open, let cool air in, heat rises, so that's nice. And then there's a couple little places to do your shoes on the way in or something too. So it's a pretty good all-around tent. I usually, when we go camping, I'm going to throw a big tarp down and open it on top of that. That just keeps things cleaner. And sometimes I like something inside too because you can just shake the dirt out or bring a little broom because it's inevitable. You're going to track a couple things in there no matter what. So we go camping, you'll see it with the Bierig air mattress, and we're going to see how comfortable we're going to be. It's going to be really great. All right, we're really happy. 15 years in the bag. So go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be doing all kinds of camping and trips, and then we have tons of adventures planned. So yeah, go ahead and comment and like and subscribe up. We're at 800, so we're going pretty good. And we don't pay for any of that, but yeah, subscribe. It's free. And when you see this camp, it's going to be really good. Right at a nice little beach park. Okay, so have a fabulous day, and yeah, remember to subscribe up.